Happy first day of the month, everyone, and I hope everyone's having a great day. And I've got to say that this one here is a timeless message. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's dive in to see what we got today. So, the first one we've got is the Three of Cups. For some of you, you're going to be feeling that you're doing a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think you're getting pushed beyond your usual comfort zone and it might be uncomfortable for some of you. But I think it's actually a really helpful thing. Yes, it's a helpful thing. Next, you got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. And she is saying that it is necessary for you to reconnect with these people and get yourself out and about and really starting to connect back in with those who you have disconnected yourself from. You might be someone who is omnivert because I'm feeling that there's, yeah, we've got another yes, the lovers. So omniverts, they are someone who can socialize, but they will have a social battery similar to an introvert. So you might be in that state of needing to go back out. You've had your space to go in, and you might be going, no, I'm definitely an introvert, but are you? Because you might be okay with the right people. You seem to socialize, and that's someone who's more of an omnivert. You do have the lovers, and I've got to say, Archangel Raphael has been looking out for you lately. He's here to remind you that when it comes to self love and self care, sometimes socializing is something. I know a lot of people in this industry, they talk about having a day and pushing people away and saying, I need time for myself. But I think for this collective here, you actually need to get out more and be around people because it feels as if this collective, you don't you don't actually thrive in the self-love side of things when you're by yourself. You tend to self-sabotage more. And it's not a case of you don't do it at all, but you also get stuck in a bit of a rut. What else do we have for this month? So we're definitely getting that you need to socialize more. I think pushing the stuff beyond those those boundaries, yeah. And feeling that you're gonna be getting that sense of this, I love being around these people, and it's being around the right people help you. You want to surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those people who tear you down. And the easiest way to discern that is when you tell someone good news, what is their reaction? Is it, oh, that's fantastic, that is so amazing, you've worked really hard? Or is it, oh, well, I'm doing better than you? Or, well, I told you months ago you could have done that. And that's a different type of person when you're at that point where they are giving you those type of feedback. You're either outgrowing them because you're at a different level compared to them, or they have lowered their standards and they are reflecting back what they are projecting about themselves. Now, you do have the Five of Cups. So I don't want you to feel that you're too overwhelmed with socializing, but you also don't want to be stuck in whatever this rut is with you because it feels like you might be in a case of I don't want to go out and the world's very there's so many bad things. You've got to change your perspective a little bit there. And you also got to go into the side of maybe finding new people because I think for some of you, you're going, I don't even know who I want to hang out with. Who was that friend that kept checking up on you? Who was the first person you thought of when I asked that? That might be that person. Might not be, but it might be. What else do we have in this today? I'm going to grab a different deck. Honest house with the collective today. Okay, I'm gonna pull this into 3. So flipping them off, flipping them over. Goodness. Okay, so first one I've got in the pile is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, this I'm not feeling as a love, but you will have a new self-worth and a new perspective on your own self-love. I was talking about self-love, I was talking about Archangel Raphael, and I think for you, you know deep down that you're needing to do more, get out more, and it might be just 1 or 2 people. It doesn't have to be a party. It doesn't have to be a whole shindig. It can be just a couple of people. You go on a hike. You might go, I don't like hikes. Well, don't go on a hike. Go on a nice nature walk. You might go, I don't like walking. Find something that works for you. It might not be a walk. You might enjoy just sitting there feeding the ducks. Being out in nature is really healthy. And I think enjoying that is going to be a good thing because you're distancing yourself from a social media. You're also distancing yourself from the disconnect that social media has really given us. It does connect us, but it also disconnects us at the same time. And then I've got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation, visualizations help bring you together. This isn't always the case of romantic. The reason why I'm saying that because we have soul contracts with people who are soulmates for us, and we have multiple different soulmates. And a lot of people think soulmates are just romantic, and they can be. But a soulmate is someone who you have that strong connection with, and it could be someone that you have a soul contract or someone where your souls agree to come back into the world and be in each other's lives in some way. But this is someone coming in your life, and it could be romantic. I'm not saying it is for everyone because I don't think it is for everyone, but I think you're getting someone who you feel a deeper connection at a soul level because your souls agreed to come back together to learn together. You've also got deception. Someone is wearing a mask, false self mask in this relationship. So, as again, what I was saying with this one, with this reading is you might be an omnivore or you might be someone who's introverted but have extroverted traits. You might not agree with that, but I feel for a lot of this collective, you're either more in an body where you like to be in a bubble in your own space, and that's fine. But I feel for some of you, you feel a perspective of you're not really yourself when you have conversations with people. You don't really understand who you are. You almost question who, what you're even saying, or you might be going, this feels not like me. And I feel very disconnected when I'm thinking of this card. It is such a disconnect from yourself, from your soul, and that's why I believe you're meant to be getting out and going out. It could be just going out to someone's house, just having a night out their house, or a day, having a coffee date, whatever it is. It is something you leaving your own house and going out and reconnecting with not only other people but connecting back in with your inner self and inner soul. And it could be a case that you go, let's meditate together, or let's do some adult coloring, let's do some art, because when you're creative, you're touching in with that spiritual side, that creative side, that brings you back into touch with your soul and that inner side. I do have a message that came up. This is from my Messages from Jesus. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you, which is from John 14, chapter 8. Take what resonates again. Okay. If you've been enjoying this video, definitely don't forget to like and comment so I know what you're enjoying. What else do we have? Thank you. We got Archangel Hanel with inspiration. Zafkiel will with courage. Thank you, one more. And Hanel with deep joy. So yeah, the inspiration with Archangel Hanel, you are going to be feeling a bit more in touch with yourself and more closer to how you think you should be. I feel a lot of you are so disconnected right now, even with this message. You're going, is this really for me? I don't know. You might be even questioning it, but that's okay. You're on your journey. It's for you to decide if this message is truly for you. Self-kill here with courage. It takes courage to acknowledge when we're in a rut. It takes courage to get ourselves out of it. It takes a lot of drive, a lot of movement to get ourselves out of those ruts. And this could be a rut from anything. It could be an injury, it could be illness, it could be a case of just so much going on in the world and you're built with fear. It's time to get out, and the best thing you can do is relay this by being in a space of love. And then you got Archangel Hanel with deep joy. This deep joy you will feel. And I think you've been seeking it. You've been seeking so much. I feel you're going out, you're on those phone or computer or TV, whatever it is, and you're just scrolling and scrolling, trying to find the answers, but you feel so empty continuously because it feels you're not feeling what needs to be filled, or you're not fulfilling a purpose that you should be filling. And this is helping you. Connecting back in with people is going to allow you to feel that joy. It's going to make you feel more connected again. I just feeling that this collective needs to disengage from the social media. There are so many apps you can set on your phone where you set them up so you can only have a time limit on each one. Or you can set yourself a goal where you're not going to be on any social media for 30 days or so, or whatever it is. But whatever's healthy for you, because social media is an addiction. It's such an addiction because there's so much content there, and it's so disconnecting for people because there's nothing you need to do. You just keep scrolling or keep playing, whatever. We've got so much out in front of us. We don't need to do anything. You might be going, you're posting on social media, but I do agree with it. I post to send messages to those who need to hear it. And this might be the wake-up call that you need. Whatever you need. I am going to get a final message. And some of you might have already clicked off by now feeling I'm personally attacking you. I don't want to come across that way, but sometimes the messages are going to come across a little bit harsher or a little bit more direct. And that's okay because we are human. We only take what we can take. All right. We have one message. I thought more were going to come out, but it's okay. So this one is, I dream, I believe, I receive, I achieve. My opportunities for success are limitless. And this is from Archangel Raziel. As the keeper of the secret of the universe, I breathe life into your fondest dreams. There is no limit to what you can create with my aid. I love that because that is, again, the creative spark. if this is something that resonates, you can definitely book a session with me where I can deep dive and we can work what your soul, what your higher self, or maybe even your shadow self is telling you right now, what they want you to do. If that's not something that resonates, that's okay. A like will be amazing, and a comment is even more amazing. But just know your angels are with you, you are protected, you are guided, and I hope you have a beautifully blessed and wonderful day. Bye.